This story is rude and rigid, a story of transformation. Vikram Roy had everything: wealth, power, and an unshakable reputation in the corporate world. His success was built on fear, not respect, authority, not connection. His sharp words cut deep, his rigid mindset drove people away, and his ruthless ambition left him isolated. Then, in a single, shattering moment, life forced him to confront the emptiness.
Hello friends, welcome back to India Super Genius channel. Today's special topic is Success Rewritten, the Power of Love, Respect, and Change, a powerful golden motivational story. Designed by Mr. Ayan Najmul Abdul Kalam, Mumbai's renowned professional computer software and artificial intelligence engineer. The words of this story are pure gold, written in golden ink. If you seek to shape your life and destiny into something truly golden, don't skip this video. Watch it till the very end. The golden path to success awaits you. Success Rewritten, the power of love, respect, and change. Transformation, determination, and the power of change. In the heart of a bustling city, amidst towering buildings and endless streams of people, lived a man named Vikram Roy. He was a man of strong principles, a man who believed that discipline and strictness were the only ways to survive in a ruthless world. Vikram was known for two things: his rude demeanor and his rigid mindset. At 42, Vikram had achieved everything that people around him could only dream of: an expensive apartment in the city's most prestigious neighborhood, a high-ranking position as the director of a multinational company, and the respect of his peers in the corporate world. But beneath the surface, something was missing, something crucial. His employees feared him. His friends had distanced themselves. His family barely spoke to him. To him, it didn't matter. Success comes at a cost, he told himself every night. Vikram was a man who did not tolerate mistakes. His words were sharp, his tone often condescending. He would insult his subordinates for the tiniest errors and dismiss their hard work without a second thought. If a project didn't meet his expectations, he would lash out, making people cry, resign, or lose confidence in themselves. His younger brother, Arav, once tried to explain, "Bhai, success is important, but so is kindness." Vikram scoffed. "Kindness is weakness. In the real world, only the strongest survive." Arav sighed. He had long given up on changing his elder brother. But fate had a way of teaching lessons when one least expected it. The breaking point. One evening, after another long day of scolding employees and rejecting ideas, Vikram received a call from his mother. "Beta, come home this weekend. It's been so long since we had a family gathering," she pleaded. "I'm busy, Ma," Vikram replied, his tone cold. "But Vikram, Ma, I don't have time for meaningless things. I'll send money if you need anything." And without another word, he hung up. His mother sat silently, staring at the phone. Tears welled up in her eyes. She had raised him with love, yet now all she saw was a man who had forgotten the warmth of family. That weekend, despite Vikram refusing to visit, his younger brother Arav, his mother, and some relatives gathered at their ancestral home. They laughed, shared memories, and enjoyed the warmth of being together. Then, in the middle of the night, a call came, a devastating call. Their mother had suffered a heart attack. Arav immediately dialed Vikram. "Bhai, Ma is in the hospital. She had a heart attack." For the first time in years, fear gripped Vikram's heart. He rushed to the hospital, his hands trembling as he drove. He couldn't believe it. His mother, the woman who had given him life, who had stood by him through everything, was now fighting for her life. When he reached the hospital, he saw Arav standing outside the ICU, eyes red, face pale. Bye. The doctors say she's stable but weak. Stress was a major cause, Arav said, his voice barely above a whisper. Vikram swallowed hard. Stress? Had he been the reason? He walked inside. His mother lay there, looking fragile, hooked up to machines. As he held her hand, he realized how much time he had wasted, chasing success, pushing people away, forgetting what truly mattered. Tears streamed down his face. "Ma, I'm sorry," he whispered. She opened her eyes slightly and smiled weakly. "My son, don't be sorry. Just be happy." The awakening. That night, Vikram sat alone in the hospital corridor. His rigid heart had cracked. His rude words echoed in his mind like a curse. He had built walls around himself thinking they made him strong, but in reality, they had only made him lonely. He looked at his reflection in the hospital window. Who had he become? A man feared, not loved. A man respected for his power, not his kindness. At that moment, he made a decision he would change. The next morning, he took leave from work and stayed by his mother's side, listening to her stories, laughing at old memories and feeling something he hadn't felt in years, peace. Days passed, and his mother recovered, and so did Vikram's heart. A new beginning. When he returned to the office, everyone braced for his usual harshness. But something had shifted. Instead of yelling, he greeted his employees with a smile. Instead of criticizing, he encouraged ideas. He took the time to listen rather than command. People were shocked. Was this the same Vikram Roy? One day, an employee named Ramesh, who had always feared him, gathered courage and asked, "Sir, are you okay?" Vikram chuckled. "I think I finally am." The transformation wasn't overnight. He struggled, at times reverting to his old ways. But every time he did, he remembered his mother's frail hands, his brother's disappointed eyes, and the loneliness that once consumed him. Slowly, he built back relationships. He visited his mother more often. He apologized to friends he had ignored. He reached out to employees he had mistreated. And in doing so, he found something he had never known before: fulfillment that no amount of money could buy. Months later, on his birthday, his office threw him a surprise party, something that had never happened before. As he looked around, he saw something different in their eyes, not fear, but warmth. And at that moment, he realized success isn't about power. It's about the lives you touch, the people you uplift, and the happiness you bring not just to yourself, but to others. Vikram Roy, once known as the rude and rigid man, had finally become the leader, the son, the brother, and the human being he was always meant to be. And for the first time in years, he smiled a real, heartfelt smile. Moral of the story: no success is worth losing the love of family and the respect of others. Kindness is not weakness. It is the strongest force that transforms not just others, but ourselves. A rigid heart can break, but a heart willing to change can rebuild a better world. Conclusion of the story. Vikram Roy's journey was a testament to the power of transformation. He had spent years believing that rudeness was strength and rigidity was wisdom, only to realize that true strength lay in compassion, humility, and human connection. His mother's illness became the turning point that shattered his arrogance and forced him to confront the emptiness of his success. He learned that being feared was never the same as being respected, and that wealth and power meant nothing without the warmth of relationships. Through effort and self-reflection, Vikram changed, not just his actions, but his entire outlook on life. He mended broken bonds, earned genuine admiration, and discovered the joy of kindness. In the end, the man once known for his rude and rigid ways became an inspiring leader. A devoted son and a person others wanted to be around, not out of fear, but out of love. His story teaches us that it's never too late to change, no matter how far down the wrong path we've gone. We always have the power to turn back, rebuild, and become the best version of ourselves. Because in the end, success is not measured by what we achieve, but by who we become and the lives we touch along the way. Aim of the story. The story, Rude and Rigid, aims to highlight the importance of self-reflection, emotional growth, and the power of transformation. It teaches that success without kindness is empty, and that no matter how accomplished a person is, they will always need love, respect, and meaningful relationships to truly thrive. The story serves as a motivational and inspirational lesson, emphasizing that 1. Rudeness and rigidity do not define strength. True strength lies in humility, empathy, and understanding others. 2. Success should never come at the cost of relationships. Family, friends, and the well-being of those around us matter more than professional achievements. 3. It's never too late to change. No matter how set in our ways we are, we always have the power to transform ourselves for the better. 4. Happiness comes from human connections, not just accomplishments. Being respected for kindness is far more rewarding than being feared for power. 5. A single moment can change a lifetime. Sometimes it takes a personal crisis to open our eyes to what truly matters. Through Vikram's journey, the story inspires readers to evaluate their own attitudes and behaviors, reminding them that life's true success lies in the impact we have on others and the love we give and receive. Vision of the story. The vision of Rude and Rigid is to inspire a shift in mindset, from arrogance to humility, from isolation to connection, and from fear-driven success to one built on respect, kindness, and emotional intelligence. It envisions a world where, 1. People realize that power and authority are not the ultimate goals. True leadership is about uplifting others, not controlling them. 2. Success is redefined. Instead of measuring achievement by wealth and position, people should measure it by the impact they have on others. 3. Emotional intelligence is valued. Rigid and rude behavior only leads to isolation, while empathy and adaptability create lasting success and happiness. 4. People learn the importance of self-reflection and change. No matter how set in our ways we are, we all have the capacity to grow and become better versions of ourselves. 5. Workplaces and relationships are built on mutual respect. Fear-driven environments are replaced with cultures of trust, encouragement, and collaboration. Ultimately, the story's vision is to create a world where success is measured not just by achievements, but by kindness, relationships, and personal growth. A world where people strive to be not only powerful, but also compassionate, understanding, and truly fulfilled. Thanks for watching this wonderful video and visiting India Super Genius channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it up a thumbs up. This India Super Genius channel consistently delivers high quality and inspiring content, truly motivating. Please help us by commenting and providing feedback of your experience on my India Super Genius channel. Your amazing feedback keeps me inspiring and motivating for making new enlightening content and motivational stories. Here are the meanings of some difficult words from the story in Hindi. Bustling, भीड़-भाड़ वाला, हलचल से भरा. Demeanor, स्वभाव, व्यवहार rigid, कठोर, अडिग. Principles, सिद्धांत, मूल नियम. Condescending, उपेक्षापूर्ण, तिरस्कारपूर्ण. Subordinates, अधीनस्थ कर्मचारी, जूनियर कर्मचारी। पीयर्स, समकक्ष लोग, सहकर्मी। स्कॉफ्ड, उपहास करना, मजाक उड़ाना। ब्रेस्ड, तैयार होना, सतर्क होना। रिलक्टेंट, अनिच्छुक, हिचकिचाने वाला। फ्रेल, दुर्बल, कमजोर, पेल, फीका, रंगहीन। स्वॉलोड हार्ड, कठिनाई से निगलना, चिंता या डर के कारण। एकोड, गूंजना, प्रतिध्वनित होना। कंज्यूम्ड, निगल लेना, पूरी तरह प्रभावित होना। रिवर्टिंग, वापस लौटना, पुरानी स्थिति में आना। मेंडेड, सुधार करना, ठीक करना। बॉन्ड, संबंध, जुड़ाव। एडमिरेशन, प्रशंसा, सराहना। फुलफिलमेंट, संतुष्टि, पूर्णता की भावना। टेस्टामेंट, प्रमाण, गवाही। कंपैशन, दयालुता, सहानुभूति। ह्यूमिलिटी, विनम्रता, नम्रता। आउटलुक, दृष्टिकोण, नजरिया। फियर्ड, भयभीत किया हुआ, डराया हुआ। जेन्युइन, सच्चा, वास्तविक। रिस्पेक्टेड, सम्मानित, प्रतिष्ठित। ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन, रूपांतरण, बदलाव। अपलिफ्टिंग, प्रेरणादायक, ऊंचा उठाने वाला। रिफ्लेक्शन, आत्मविश्लेषण, प्रतिबिंब। पर्सपेक्टिव, दृष्टिकोण, नजरिया। लेगेसी, विरासत, जो पीछे छोड़ा जाए। हार्शनेस, कठोरता, सख्ती। ऑथोरिटी, अधिकार, सत्ता। एम्पैथी, सहानुभूति, दूसरे की भावनाओं को समझने की क्षमता। अडैप्टेबिलिटी, अनुकूलन क्षमता, परिस्थितियों के अनुसार बदलने की योग्यता। एनकरेजमेंट, प्रोत्साहन, हौसला बढ़ाना। कोलैबोरेशन, सहयोग, मिलकर काम करना, की भावनाओं को समझने और नियंत्रित करने की क्षमता। आइसोलेशन, अलगाव, अकेलापन। इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस, भावनात्मक बुद्धिमत्ता, अपनी और दूसरों की भावनाओं को समझने और नियंत्रित करने की क्षमता।